Rebel with a good cause. Hi, my name is Pedro Porto, and I have been working in HR for the past 10 years. Now I have created this channel to help bring your work, your career, your team to the very next level. This week's topic came as a suggestion, and I really appreciate that. I will continue to make videos, and your participation is very important. So keep sending those suggestions to me, I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe not to miss when yours go on live. So we are talking about corporate rebels. But what is a rebel anyway? Well, in a very broad perspective, a rebel is an agent of change. It is someone that sees something that wants that to be changed. In an organization specifically, maybe a process, a procedure, a system, management. In a larger media, being a rebel is something that is romanticized a lot. And we see these fights between the small and the big one, and we have a tendency to side with the ones that are smaller, right? We like to cheer for the underdog. However, in corporations, in organizations, rebels are really not well seen or appreciated. And why is that? Well, you know that people don't like change, right? Nobody likes change. People like routine. Organizations are even worse. They prefer even more routine. It is necessary to have some control of the future when you are dealing in an organization. You need to make financial planning, market planning, strategic planning, all these elements that consider that you know what is going to happen in the future. Rebels are these innovators or these entrepreneurs. In the other hand, are people that are promoting change from the inside. Another point that counts against all these internal changes is that organizations, as they grow, they need to handle complexity. And the way they handle complexity, it is by creating more and more structure internally and relying more and more in internal efficiency. Change not only, well, challenges that in a way, because if you keep changing your process, if you're changing your procedure every 6 months, every 2 months, every week, it can happen, then you don't have the time to build on it. And then a lot of energy and resources are wasted on that. However, this is not true in all industries. Some industries develop and evolve on a speed that is unheard of before in our history. And I'm looking at you, IT companies. In order to keep ahead of the curve, they prefer to have those individuals inside the organization as they will constantly push the organization forward towards something new and then hopefully will keep ahead of the curve of the market. In the other hand, if you look at more traditional industries, there is no incentive to do so. There's no incentive to change a formula that has been winning for a really long time. In Brazil, we have an expression that goes that you don't change a winning team. However, I remember 7 to 1 reasons why that's not ideal. Shout out to my German friends watching. So let's say you are one of those persons that you feel very strongly about something that you want to change, and you really feel that your organization will benefit from it. And now you need to figure out how to do it. You can go on a very structured way of creating a business case. You can go ahead and compare with the competition. You can do a lot of market research. But honestly, the best way to get your point across is to build relationships inside the organization. Build a relationship with your peers. Build a relationship with your manager. Build a relationship with your management manager. That way, those people will hear you when you come up with these ideas. And you get much more success doing that way than just try to rush through and don't care about anyone else. Another thing that you should keep in mind when you're building relationships and try to get your change across the organization, it is to figure out what is the cultural background that you're dealing with. Some cultures, they really put a lot of value in being a rebel, in being an entrepreneur, in being the owner of your own destiny. While other cultures, they are much more focused in order, in obeying hierarchy, in following the leader. So make sure that you understand that if you are in a global organization. Different parts of the business may require different approaches to get your message across. Let's say that you did all your homework, you build relationships, you build a business case, and still your idea was not implemented. It's fine. Your idea is not lost. You have put a lot of work on it and you have all that information. Also, consider this. Sometimes, as a professional, maybe you have outgrown your position, you have outgrown your company, and it's time for you to start considering your next career step to see where your ideas can take you. I would like to thank once again the subscriber that came up with this suggestion. I really appreciate it. If you have something in your mind that you'd like me to discuss, just drop me a message. I'll be waiting for it. That's what I have for today, and I'll see you next week. Pedro out.